Hello and good morning. Just getting things all straight, which they'll also be probably very quickly messed up again, so that we can begin. This has been a very exciting weekend. Yesterday was a big day of ceremonies in Bali to bless and be grateful for all of the iron, the metal that is used throughout everywhere. When I came into my office, the entire place, I will post a picture later of what I see, but when I came in, my entire office my desk was just filled with many offerings and blessings because, of course, I use the phone, the stand, so much the computer, the bowls, all of this that has the metal element in it. So at any rate, it's been a very blessed week, and I hope you've had a blessed week. And I'm just going to use some of my freshly blessed metal bowls this morning and just sit back. What particular oil, single oil or blend or combinations did you choose when you saw the title of today's video? Balance. How do you describe balance? And the idea is that some things are more balancing and other sounds, other frequencies, other colors may not be. So I'm going to start with just one of the bowls again. It's probably just about 11 o'clock, and I see that it is. So happy Sunday. What kind of a week have you had? And which of those sounds, which of the bowls or bells felt more harmonious, more comfortable to you? This is, of course, all about self-reflection, and whether you're reflecting while I'm talking or whether your periods of self-reflection and self-discovery come during the week afterwards. It's all about paying attention. And how do you describe balance? Well, the first thing I did, of course, was to Google it. I wanted to see what the definition was, that it may have nothing to do with your idea of what balance actually is. So it's perfect. Your idea is perfect, and it is important for us to understand, to pay attention to the way we feel about things as well. So I found that when I looked it up, or when I Googled the word balance, it was a situation in which all elements or components are equal or in harmonious proportion. So either equal or in harmonious proportion. Now, think about this. Is equal always perfect? I used to think, I grew up choosing to have everything equal as a math teacher. Equal felt good. Unequal felt disharmonious to me. So upon further reflection, harmony is not always everything balanced, everything being equal. Harmony and balance may actually best occur if things are in different proportions. Think about the things that you love to look at, the things in nature. Are things equal in nature? Not often. However, they are in harmony. And so that's what we're going to look at today in terms of, of what we feel, how we think about balance, and how it changes from time to time. This is pure self-reflection. So we had a kind of an interesting thing this week. Stephen was explaining he was going through the journey of the glyphs with all of the oils, which he does a speed oiling where he can go through them very rapidly, much more rapidly than I do. And he was talking and we were listening intently. And as he was going through them, I'm going to put a little background here, because essential oils, plants, have been used throughout every culture, throughout history, for anointing objects, anointing people, anointing feet, anointing heads. So at one point, Stephen said, these are anointing oils. Now, all three of us sitting there heard the same thing. I immediately got distracted because I didn't hear the T. I heard annoying oils. And I was attempting to get this reconciled in my own brain, why he would say annoying oils. And so, of course, Francis is the only one who would ask a question, because I have this issue where I have to clarify things at the time. So I asked. And of course he meant anointing oils. However, think about this. No change ever takes place unless we are a little uncomfortable. When we are comfortable in wherever we are, totally comfortable, we don't step out of that comfort zone to make changes. Would you agree? How often do you choose, unless somewhat forced? In other words, something needs to kind of dig in there to annoy in a way. And of course, I am reminded so often, Gary Young used to say, if you don't like the aroma of an oil, you probably need it. And if you really don't like that aroma, you really need it. Would you agree? Okay, well, so we're going to look at things that kind of annoy us a little bit to see why they might annoy us, or to see what they can show us. So I'm going to come at it from a different angle a little bit, because I always do kind of find these crazy things to do. And what is your favorite color? We have been talking a lot about frequency and how that everything has frequency. Sounds have the frequency, which is why I strike the bowls and ring the bells each week to bring those frequencies into the area, to bring about comfort, to bring about harmony, and to bring about change. Well, the essential oils we know have different frequencies. Every one of the oils has a slightly different frequency and colors. So today we're going to talk about the colors. That's where Rainbow Healing System got its name, from color, because every single color has a frequency, and it is a bandwidth of frequencies, just as the single oils in Young Living essential oils have a bandwidth of frequencies, because the components may be slightly different according to the particular environment where they are, or with the oils where they were grown. And so many factors go into the frequency of those oils, which is why we're so blessed to have the Young Living essential oils, which years were spent. Gary Young spent years preparing the soil before planting seeds. The best, highest frequency seeds that are available, and nurtured and loved them throughout every single step of the growth process, the harvesting and the distillation. So everything has an opportunity to impact, but the frequencies of colors each color has that bandwidth, and it's overlapping. So as you move into a different color range, there will be some overlapping. And as you have the entire range of colors in the rainbow, you have the full spectrum, all of the frequencies available. So I want you to just take a deep breath, apply whatever oils that you have chosen, and think about, what is your favorite color? Do you have a favorite color? Some people may have multiple ones. Well, my whole life, my favorite color was turquoise. I love to surround myself with the turquoise, and guess what? The turquoise is the color, I'm looking down here, of the fourth glyph in Rainbow Healing. The nurturing, the finding that perfect balance of giving and receiving, balance, nurturing. It felt comfortable to me, and whenever I would go into a situation that was not comfortable, I came back to put that turquoise around me. And who remembers which oils anchor this frequency in the essential oils? Well, it's the balsam fir. How do you feel when you apply balsam fir? I chose to put my most balancing oils right here in front of me today, and to apply them as I was preparing for this. And the balsam fir is so balancing, and it feels good. How do you feel when you apply it? Do you feel calm? Do you feel more agitation? That's possible. How about the Northern Lights black spruce? How does that make you feel? Well, I applied them all. When I came upstairs this morning, I felt unsettled. Do you ever awaken in the mornings sometimes and things just don't feel like they really fit together? And I was thinking, wow, and I have the video, and I need to get myself together. It's important to get myself together. So what did I reach for first? Well, the blend that I always reach for that puts me in my sacred space is Sacred Mountain. And I know all of you probably are tired of hearing about Sacred Mountain, me talk about it, but it brings me into that space, that sacred space where harmony and balance and where the chaos outside is just pushed away so that I can create an environment of balance and harmony within my space. So what is your favorite color that you use when you're choosing to be more balanced? Well, the water element is all about that flow, and to me it's very gentle, although is water powerful as well? Yes, it is. If water can actually wash away, it can erode any structure there is when it is constantly flowing past. So it's strong, but yet it's gentle energy, the compassion glyph, that balance of nurturing of self and others, and that acceptance. Who knows what single oil anchors that frequency of acceptance? Sacred frankincense and frankincense. This is another oil that I choose to put on my body every single day and choose to have with me. It is a major component of my favorite blend, Believe. In fact, both balsam fir, which is now called grand fir, and Believe and sacred frankincense are in Believe blend. So these are very harmonizing and balancing blends, which these colors would show that. Now, how do you feel when you see orange and yellow? Do you feel calm, or do you feel more energized? Think about how it might feel. What is the fire element? Is all of these orange, golden, yellow frequencies. So it is all about that flame, that heat. Is fire gentle? Not often. However, fire generates change. There is no going back after the change of fire. And fire is required in order for us to move forward. So how do you feel? Most of my life, I truly resisted change. And I also was not really comfortable with golden orange color or yellow, bright yellow. Those colors were not really comfortable for me, and I didn't choose to have them around a whole lot. I also today am decked out in my purple. As many of you may know, purple is one of my favorite colors to wear now. And I've surrounded my sofa in my office is royal purple, and I have a lot of these colors that make me comfortable now, which are part of the air element. And the air element does bring about change. It's a little bit more gentle change than fire. However, air can fan the flames of fire and make things happen a bit faster. Air is going to encourage you to bring in those newer energies, to allow the flow through you of these energies, allowing you to let go. Blow away the things that are no longer serving you and drawing in these fresh, new ideas. Oh, is it hard? Is it difficult for you to think about really change and bringing in totally new concepts, totally new ways of doing things? Well, I resisted that. I was really good at resisting it. And purple was really one of my least favorite or least comfortable colors to have around me. So think about these. Open your app, your Rainbow Healing app, open it, click on the holograms, and you'll have them. If you don't have the actual cards, you can just go right to there and bring up these elements of air, earth, fire, and water. We have the earth, which is the tones that we often think of as earth colors, the warm pink and apricot and a lighter pink. These earthy colors, dirt. And these are the grounding colors, the colors that will keep you from flying off. I have a tendency to often just forget to stay grounded. And when we're not grounded, that's probably when we're most compromised, least balanced. So this may be one of the most important things for you. You may be one who stays grounded, who doesn't seem to have that challenge of staying connected to the earth, of staying solid. We're all different. So the key is to find which of these you require at any time, and to look at them all together, because we all require every one of them all the time. We live on a planet that is composed of the elements. Everything is made up of the elements. And it's just when we allow them to get out of balance that we are less harmonious. So the balance is not about having equal, but about having the harmonious, the perfect balance for you in that particular moment. So as we move forward, some of my little tumblestones, I had gotten out this morning my aventurine and my aquamarine, which are anchor the compassion glyph, to have them right next to me, and my hematite, which anchors that frequency of the sixth glyph, the acceptance. These were the water element that I felt I needed, I required at this moment when I walked into my office. Even though I'm decked out in all of this air element in the purple, to give me that flow, allow that flow to come through me, that flow of the new energy and washing away those things that are not required. Do you see how air and water can work together, and how air and fire, air can beef up the amount of frequencies that are in that fire, and water can calm them down. Meanwhile, earth can keep you anchored, keep you solid, so that we're not flying around reacting rather than responding. So, as you go along this week, I challenge you just to really sit down, pay attention. As I said, open your app, look at these elements, and they're under the holograms. You just go to click on holograms. It's in the Journey of the Glyph, the first page, and click on them, and you can see them, tap them on your app, and you'll be able to see more information. You can put them over. Of course, we also have our Rainbow Healing cards, our New Life Journey groups that you're welcome to join. We'd love to have you do that and ask your questions, share your experiences, and have a wonderful, wonderful week understanding your concept of balance and understanding what it takes for you to remain in balance, and how important it is to realize that balance does not always mean equal. Balance can be very different at different times. So have a happy, happy week, and I look forward to being with you again next week.